Chapter 1. What is self-efficacy? Self-efficacy is the strength of your beliefs on your ability to complete tasks successfully. It determines things such as whether you will persist or give up while working on a specific task, how long you will stick to the uncomfortable changes designed to bring long-term results like diet, workout regimen, what goals you will set for yourself and where extremely difficult ends and impossible starts. The beliefs you have about your abilities shape your entire life. They affect how you think, feel, and behave. If you have little self efficacy, you will have a tendency to write off things you consider impossible. As a result, for the sole reason you don't believe you are able to achieve your dreams, you will live a mediocre life instead of realizing your full potential. It's important to note that self efficacy is task related. You can have high self efficacy when driving a car and low self efficacy when working on your business. However, high self efficacy in a specific task indirectly translates to higher self efficacy in other areas, for the reason we will discuss in the second chapter. In other words, high self efficacy in one area will help you start with the right mindset in another area of your life. You can improve your self efficacy even as an adult. General self efficacy develops during childhood. The right teacher can help her students develop a powerful belief in their abilities that will empower them in their adult life. However, nothing is lost for the rest of the people who haven't developed a strong sense of self efficacy when they were young. There are ways to develop self efficacy as an adult, and that's what we are going to focus on in this book. Put away the past and let's focus on what we can do about it now. People with a strong sense of self efficacy versus people with a weak sense of self efficacy. Here are 5 common characteristics of people with a strong sense of self efficacy. They consider challenges as something they can overcome and master. They persevere the in the face of difficulties, obstacles don't make them lose confidence in their abilities. They take responsibility for their failures and believe they control the outcome. They put more effort into completing a task, which in turn makes them more likely to achieve it. They commit to their goals and develop a deeper understanding of how to achieve them. And here are 5 common characteristics of people with a weak sense of self efficacy. They avoid challenges, consequently, they rarely, if ever, grow. They believe that difficult goals are beyond their capabilities and thus they don't set them and don't achieve big wins. They quickly lose confidence in their abilities and give up on their goals. They tend to take a narrow view of the task and focus on the surface instead of the underlying principles. They don't believe that their actions and decisions make a difference in their life. Instead, they believe in external factors like luck. When I was a shy person with low self efficacy, I avoided every situation that might have been uncomfortable. My self confidence soared only when I decided to challenge myself. These small challenges added up to small wins, which led to big wins. By breaking one behavior that prevented me from developing confidence in my abilities, I have changed my life. How self efficacy affects your life. The Galatea effect is a type of a self-fulfilling prophecy that makes your makes our self expectations largely determine our performance. As a result, low self-efficacy can dramatically lower your chances of achieving personal success. If you don't believe in your abilities, you aren't likely to set big goals that have the highest chance of making a dramatic improvement in your life. Since you also doubt in your ability to achieve success, you won't do your best. Why invest effort in something that's not going to work out anyway? On the other hand, if you possess a strong sense of self efficacy, you constantly set the bar higher and higher and improve yourself on a daily basis. One area where it's easy to notice this phenomenon is in your career. People who don't believe in their abilities, even if they possess unique and valuable skills, are less likely to apply for better paid jobs and develop their career. A small business owner who believes her bakery is the pinnacle of her career won't develop a chain of bakeries even if she is given an opportunity to do so. Her beliefs will either prevent her from taking action at all or they will sabotage her later on. Aside from achievement, the influence of self efficacy is most visible when you are making health related decisions. Your self efficacy can affect if you are going to keep smoking or quit, start exercising 3 times per week, or live a sedentary lifestyle, or eat healthy or wolf down junk food. In fact, increasing your self efficacy is one of the best ways to help you stick to your workout regimen. Since people with low self efficacy think that many goals are outside their reach, they may never come around to stop smoking, and if they decide to make a change, a low level of self efficacy will result in expending little effort and little to no perseverance when faced with obstacles. A person with high self efficacy will set a goal to stop smoking altogether and stick to it in the face of difficulties, while a person with low self efficacy will set a goal to reduce her smoking and give up when faced with temptation to smoke more. The reason why many people struggle to lose weight might be related to their weak sense of self efficacy and not just their self discipline. Since each failure further decreases your level of self efficacy, the belief that you can lose weight, you enter a vicious cycle that leads you to even more failure. Soon you give up your goal to lose weight altogether because your mind is fixed that you can't achieve it. Yes, it's still as achievable as it was before, but you perceive it from a self limiting point of view that puts it in the category of the things impossible to achieve. Self efficacy is not self esteem. The chief difference between self efficacy and self esteem is the self efficacy is the belief in your abilities, while self esteem is the belief in your own worth. When you have strong self efficacy, you believe you can achieve certain goals. When you have high self esteem, you consider yourself a valuable human being, but it doesn't have to affect your self efficacy, as you can still doubt your abilities. For instance, a person who is a poor driver but would probably have a poor self efficacy with regard to driving. However, if she doesn't rely on her driving skills as a source of her self worth, it won't be affect her self esteem. On the other hand, a person with low self esteem is more likely to have low self efficacy because issues with self esteem usually come with a lack of confidence in general. If you lack self confidence, learning new skills is difficult. Moreover, even if you are good at something, your lack of self worth might make you think you are still inferior to others. High self efficacy isn't about cockiness. Self efficacy is a good thing as long as you don't mistake it with cockiness. People with a strong sense of self efficacy are able to meet challenges head on, but it doesn't mean they take on challenges way outside their abilities and expect to achieve success. Shoshin is a concept of Zen Buddhist meaning beginner's mind, used mostly when studying Japanese martial arts and Zen Buddhism. It refers to approaching a subject you are studying as a beginner, even when you are already an expert. It's about an open mind, eagerness, and a lack of assumptions. This approach will help you stay humble and at the same time keep your mind open to the new opportunities to grow. As Shunryu Suzuki, a Zen Buddhist renowned for founding the first Buddhist monastery outside Asia, said, in the beginner's mind there are many possibilities, in the expert's mind there are few. Don't limit yourself by assuming you know everything. 4 factors affecting self efficacy. Psychologist Albert Bandura has identified 4 factors affecting self efficacy, listed in the order of importance. First, and number 1, mastery experiences. Success increases self efficacy while failures lowers it. Social modeling. Second, when you see someone succeeding, your self efficacy increases. When you see someone fail, your self efficacy decreases. Third, social persuasion. Encouragement increases your self efficacy while discouragement lowers it. Fourth, psychological responses. Experiencing stress can decrease your self efficacy if you consider it a sign of your inability. In the next chapters, we will discuss in more detail each of these factors. I will also share with you advice on how to handle these sources to develop more self efficacy. What is self efficacy? A quick recap. First, self efficacy determines how strongly you believe in your abilities. It's task related, which means you can have high self efficacy in one area and low self efficacy in another. However, the general sense of self efficacy affects all aspects of your life, as previous success builds more confidence in your abilities. Second, people with a strong sense of self efficacy approach challenging tasks as things they can master. They understand that setbacks don't have to lead them to failure and they put more effort and dedication to achieve their goals. People with a weak sense of self efficacy avoid challenges and rarely commit to their goals. Consequently, they have a much harder time making changes in their lives. That was the third one. And the fourth is self efficacy is not self esteem. People with a high sense of self esteem can still suffer from low self efficacy. However, people with low self esteem are more likely to have low self efficacy due to their general lack of confidence. Fifth, self efficacy isn't about cockiness. Stay humble even when you are good at something. Adapt the approach of a beginner who is open and eager to learn new things about without having any preconceptions about the subject she is studying. Sixth one is there are four factors that influence your self efficacy listed in the order of importance. First, mastery experiences, then social modeling, then social persuasion, and then psychological responses.